Imagine a world where men are so obsessed with dominance, aggression, and control that they lose touch with their emotions, their intuition, and their ability to form deep, meaningful connections. On the other hand, imagine a world where women are so engulfed in submission, passivity, and external validation that they forget their inner strength, independence, and power. This is not a distant reality. It is a reflection of the extremes that exist today. In today's world, masculinity and femininity have become distorted into hyper-masculinity and hyper-femininity, creating a society where both men and women suffer. Hyper-masculinity is the exaggerated focus on aggression, dominance, and emotional suppression, leading men to believe they must always be tough, never show vulnerability, and treat life as a competition. Hyper-femininity, on the other hand, is the extreme emphasis on submission, emotional dependency, and external validation, leading women to believe their worth is tied to their attractiveness, their ability to please others, and their willingness to conform to traditional roles. Both extremes are dangerous. Hypermasculine men often struggle with emotional repression, leading to depression, anxiety, and difficulty forming healthy relationships. They are taught to see vulnerability as weakness, which creates walls between them and their loved ones. They might feel the need to dominate conversations, relationships, and social settings, thinking that power is the only way to earn respect. They push themselves to the limit in their careers and personal lives, believing that exhaustion is a badge of honor. But deep inside, they are disconnected from their true selves, from their ability to feel, to love, and to heal. This can lead to toxic behaviors, failed relationships, and even self-destruction. Hyperfemininity presents its own set of dangers. Women who fall into this extreme often prioritize external beauty over inner strength, focusing on how they appear to the world rather than who they truly are. They may struggle with self-worth, feeling incomplete without male approval or societal validation. They might avoid conflict, suppress their own needs, and constantly seek to please others at the expense of their own happiness. Over time, this leads to frustration, resentment, and a loss of identity. A hyper-feminine woman may find herself trapped in relationships where she is not respected, undervalued in workplaces where she is seen as merely agreeable and unable to take charge of her own life. The biggest problem with these extremes is that they force men and women into rigid roles that do not reflect the full spectrum of human experience. A man is not just strength and logic. He is also capable of deep love, compassion, and intuition. A woman is not just softness and beauty. She is also capable of leadership, intelligence, and independence. When people lean too far into one energy, they cut off an essential part of themselves. This creates an imbalance that not only affects individuals, but also relationships, families, and society as a whole. Before we move forward, I just want to take a moment to ask for your support. If you've been finding these videos helpful, meaningful, and transformative, can you do me a favor? Hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. By doing so, you're not just supporting me, you're helping reach more men and women who are going through their own challenges, whether it's overcoming toxic relationships, addictions, or having trouble finding their authentic role in life. Your energy and support have the power to make a real difference. A simple action like this helps us break free from the traps that are designed to keep us weak, confused, and disconnected. Together, as men and women, we need to support each other in rediscovering our natural strengths and roles. It's time to stop being victims of confusion and societal pressures. We must embrace our true masculinity and femininity so we can create healthier, more fulfilling relationships. As men, we must take back our strength and leadership, while as women, we must reclaim our nurturing, empowering roles. When we understand each other better, when we support each other in embracing our authentic selves, we build stronger, more balanced connections. This benefits not just ourselves, but also our families and communities. I am incredibly grateful for every one of you who's part of this movement. Your involvement is part of something much bigger, a change in the way we relate to ourselves and each other. It means more than you may realize, and I appreciate every single one of you for being here. One last thing before we continue. If you're struggling to reconnect with your true self or understand the opposite sex better, I encourage you to save this video. Watch it again before bed and in the morning when you wake up. Repetition is key. It will help this message sink deeply into your mind, making it easier to integrate into your life. Create a playlist of videos, whether from this channel or others, that resonate with you, and make it part of your daily routine. This playlist will serve as a guide to help both your conscious and subconscious minds. Over time, it will rewire your thinking, bringing more discipline, understanding, and balance into your life. Trust me, if you commit to this, you'll see changes. You'll never look back, and I guarantee that you will succeed in becoming the best version of yourself. So, what is the solution? The solution is balance. True power comes from integrating both masculine and feminine energies. A man who embraces his feminine side does not become weak. He becomes whole. He can still be strong and assertive, but he also allows himself to feel, to connect, and to express love without fear. He understands that showing vulnerability is not a weakness, but a sign of courage. He builds deeper relationships, gains emotional intelligence, and becomes a true leader, not through intimidation, but through wisdom and connection. A woman who embraces her masculine side does not lose her femininity. She becomes complete. She can still be nurturing and empathetic, but she also stands firm in her independence, speaks her truth, and takes control of her destiny. She understands that her worth is not defined by how others see her, but by how she sees herself. She demands respect, takes charge of her life, and refuses to shrink herself to fit outdated expectations. When men and women integrate both energies, they unlock their full potential. Relationships become healthier, built on mutual respect rather than outdated power dynamics. Men become better partners, fathers, and leaders. Women become more confident, independent, and self-assured. Society as a whole benefits when individuals are no longer trapped in one-dimensional roles, but are free to embrace their full humanity. The journey to balance begins with awareness. Question the beliefs that have been imposed on you. Are you suppressing your emotions because you were told that's what a man does? Are you hiding your ambition because you were taught that's not ladylike? Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward breaking free from them. Next, practice integrating the qualities you've been avoiding. If you're a man who struggles with emotions, start by allowing yourself to express them in safe environments. If you're a woman who avoids confrontation, practice speaking up for yourself in small ways. Over time, these small shifts will create a profound transformation. Balance is not about losing who you are. It is about becoming more of who you were meant to be. Masculinity and femininity are not opposites. They are complementary forces that, when united, create a powerful, complete individual. Embrace both, and you will unlock a version of yourself that is not only stronger and wiser, but also truly free. If you made it until here, leave a crown emoji in the comments. I'm doing a little experiment, and I want to see how many of you reach the end and are truly willing to finish what they start. And remember, live with honor or die a coward. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay strong out there.